I would like to introduce Elder Alice Kaquitts, who will offer a traditional prayer. Elder Alice is a knowledge keeper and elder for the Stoney Nakoda Nation. Most recently, she was a member of the planning committee for the inaugural National Gathering of Elders that took place in Edmonton this September. Elder Kaquitts, we are honored to have you here today, and we respectfully ask you to offer a prayer to guide our thoughts for these days' activities.
Ammarstits isnietsetigiabits ne winjai ha ibine ni hete ha ibi to huastetawan hekdami hibne ni heja e ha ibikte awaktainchiam ya winjihiam tawan wahugun kyapta chahna isnietsetigiabits into yingi chapsha wakane wagi maaktats nangambani da tasamgiabtia nangunne wincho hangines da itachi. I know waninkane akidnangaha ambadon stinenchoha no ne mankochinen amba ihnu jingwa kubine isnis etigiats no nangahamba ne dacha ngito pinche echangi chumintene da no da echangi chuminchi iningidnabits nangu hektam ubines ihnu ngitabni hejabi ihnu Nihedra eha ibiktats awaktainchiam ea unjihibi yaminkins no nangaha no re hainkibi hina pies imni hedra bihista wosteinchine no waka amba ingo kubine da umaini minchien no nangune dacha napejabik tenis tanuskanane unchagianais ambane da iuhibichien chiginats no zeta ingogiam gibis nuakane no zenan chiginats snis ambawastits is a form of greeting that we use in our Nakoda society. As mentioned, my name is Alice Kaquitts. That's the given name that I was given by the government. But in my society, I also have a name as well. I come from the Stoney Nakoda Nation, which is, I would say, about 70 kilometers west of here, on a reservation called the Stoney Indian Reserve. We are, in our culture, we refer ourselves as Nakoda people. I come from an oral culture, so most of my teachings, my practices, the knowledge that I possess comes from the oral teachings that have been handed down from generation to generation. And in having said that, I want to share a little story with you. I'm a grandmother. I have 4 grandchildren of my own. And our oldest granddaughter, one time, we would spend Saturdays with her. My children's father and I would rotate. So we went to dinner with her one time, and she asked me, "Grandma, inkusin." Grandma, in our language, we say inkusin. She asked me, "How old do you want to live to?" And I told her, well, in our language, let's see. So I gave her a number. I remember saying 76. She looks at me and says, "Grandma, but that's too old." And I said, "No, Juicy, Tagosan, I want to live for a long, long time." And he said, "Yeah, but I know, but I have to look at after Papa too," he said. Papa is, in our culture, we say, mintungasin. So afterwards, I asked his grandfather, where did she get that idea that 76 is too old? And so his grandfather said, I've been spending a lot of time with my mother. My granddaughter's grandmother is 91 years old, still very strong, very alert, and continues to live each day to the fullest. And their family, her sisters, her siblings, lived way past their, I think, 90s. So every Saturday when my granddaughter's grandfather picked up, they went and picked up their mom and went visiting all over the reserve to these 90-year-old siblings. So that's where she got the idea that 76 was too old. But, we talk about aging. And in our culture, I come from a very structured, organized society. And for those researchers out there, a lot of our culture, our cultural practices, rituals, and our lives, very little has been written about our culture, our history, our knowledge from our perspective. It's always the outsider's perspective of how they view our society. But I and all of my members, come from that society. And I say very highly structured, organized society, because although I come from an oral culture, every aspect, every developmental stage of our lives is taught to us. From the moment of conception to the time that we move on to the next world. So, and aging, becoming, in your culture, I have always heard the term senior citizens, old age, retirement, and it's something that many often comes out very negative. And that once you reach a retirement age, that's the end of your life, and that your contribution to your society sort of ends there. In our culture, our contribution to our society takes on a major role when we reach a certain age. In our culture, we refer that developmental and transitional stage as nihijabi ibi. And it's considered very sacred. And also, I come from a clan-based society. So then a lot of times, that perspective, that European perspective that only certain members of a certain community are considered elders. And that's not true in our culture. We are a clan-based society. So every family in our society has an elder. And from the beginning of our early years, from the time that we can remember, we're taught and trained to become an elder. And we go through our whole lives preparing ourselves so that when we reach a certain age, we don't retire, we begin our life. And we live life to the fullest. Our culture teaches us to accept life on life's terms, and we do that. And you're probably wondering, no, that woman has a modern haircut. But on the other hand, no. We're taught to look after ourselves. That also at an early age, we're taught that we have a spirit at Nari inside us that we need to protect throughout our entire life. And we live by that. A lot of times we talk about eldership. No, when in your culture, when you think of aging and retirement, it's often viewed from a materialistic perspective. You're going to travel the world, your children have moved out, and you have this whole life to live. In our culture, it's different. And we live and we're taught how to be elders. No, an elder is somebody, an older person is somebody that retains a lot of knowledge. Our society is not a class-based society. Everyone from that society is considered equal. So every clan has an elder, a knowledge keeper. No, a knowledge keeper with a lot of wisdom, knowledge. He carries the history of that clan. And there's often the psychologist, the doctor, the nurse, the counselor, the midwife, and all those qualities that our society needs. Today, I work with the Stoney Nakoda Nation. I'm also a presenter on history. But I work with two of my sisters. And I brought them here today, and I want to introduce them. I call them my sisters. Donna Kaquitts and Sylvia Big Stoney. Both of them are in their 70s, and they work. And they also provide a home and a nest for all their grandkids. In our culture, when we also are at that age, we are not only grandparents to just our children, we're grandparents and elders to the whole community and the society that we belong to. Aging is something that we cherish. Every day is a gift from the Creator. And all those spirit helpers that guide us. We value getting old. We value life. We look after ourselves. We take pride in who we are as people, as Nakota people. And we've always looked at our contribution to that society. And we love each other, and we love ourselves so that we can be role models, provide that resilience and strength to our communities. And as women too, we are nurturers, givers. We offer that support system to our young people. And we love life. No, aging is something that we take pride in. We're proud of becoming and reaching that certain age. And in having said that, I want to thank everyone, the organizers, and I'm very honored and very humbled standing here before you. And I continue to, and I will continue to work with all the outside agencies that are willing to help our people as well, and also who welcome us to share our perspective on who we are as Nakota people. So in having said that, I want to honor each and every one of you with a song. Singing is a form of tool that we use to give us strength, that brings us joy, and also through the good times and the bad times, expressing our voice, expressing our thoughts and our emotions through song